Good evening. Happy Monday evening. Yeah, I just got done with riding over the day, and yeah, it looked like 5 pages. Oh boy. Now I guess we are on some break after all this hard work, right? Yeah. Now we can relax. It was good. It was good, right? 5 pages about this dimensionality. So that part is done. So tomorrow I'm gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun because we're gonna do some letters because today we did some science, right? We are writing this together, okay? So I don't want to say I. No, it's not about me. No, it's about all of us, right? So we did science today, so tomorrow we'll do some letters and science alternation between the two to give brain breaks from two different departments of our brain, letters and science, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was good, right? Yeah, I can tell you some about that, what I wrote. Yeah, it's what we talked about yesterday, dimensionality. And way back, we talked about dimensionality extensively, right? Um, the dimensionology, basically, okay? Yeah. So I wrote that down, the kind of things that we talked about a long time ago, right? Yeah. 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 So I had not too busy, but quite a busy day at work, and not too long, but slightly longer than average day. So it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I got done with the work in my workplace at 6 p.m. 6:05, 6:10 p.m. So I ate a lot. Okay, dinner. I ate well. So I came home and then uh, I was too tired. So brushed my teeth and I went to. I just lie down in my bed with my tablet PC. Okay? I have this computer, I have tablet PC, and I have my cell phone, and I have a work laptop. Okay, so I have four computers in this house right now. Okay, work laptop, yeah, I mean that's work laptop, right? So, but this laptop, tablet PC, and my cell phone, that's mine. Okay, so uh, I was just resting in my bed with my tablet PC on because I wanted to look up some of my predecessors. Did ever anybody seriously scientifically disprove uh, Einsteinian relativities? And it turned out that I have some precedent. Okay, so I found some. Okay, and I read one. Not I didn't like peruse it. I just browsed it, just skim over because I don't have time to read somebody else's article. Okay, but it was very good. Yeah, I was very impressed. And yeah, this scientist was by far more professional or scientist than I am. I'm amateur scientist and more serious about physics. Okay, I'm not. I'm shenanigan scientist, not Larry scientist. Okay, amateur. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, although this book is quite a serious one. Okay, but yeah, physicists, mathematicians, they tend to be very formalistic, right? But I'm not just a scientist. I'm a computer scientist, computer programmer. And I don't have PhD. I don't even have masters. I'm just undergrad, graduate, PhD dropout. Okay, so I'm super duper informal. Uh, Computer programmers, we tend to be informal, right? Yeah, we don't like button up dress. We don't do that, right? On top of that, I'm also entertainer. My entertainer. I have entertainer, performer background. Okay, so yeah, I like to play. So this article I'm writing is very. There's nothing like it. Okay, so probably the very first kind, class of its own. Because it's a serious science article. Okay, there's some serious stuff there, but at the same time, I can intermingle with more theatrical screenplay style, like novel, short fiction, short story. Okay, so I'm mixing science and letters, letters and science. Okay, so I don't know of anybody who has written anything like this before. So probably it's first time in the world. Human history. Okay, so this article probably that's why it will be ignored and dismissed off the bat because probably they will not know what to think of this article. It's beyond them, so they'll just dismiss it. Uh, just like that's what happened with my movie. Okay, I made the movie. People just didn't know what to think of it. Okay, so it's kind of too difficult to understand, and so yeah, just dismiss it, right? Yeah. Probably the same thing happened in my election too, right? I'm a politician. I'm singing and dancing in karaoke bar and dance club, so people don't know what to think of me. Maybe that's why they didn't vote for me. Okay, it's a very recurring theme. Okay, I trying something new, break a new ground, right? But people just don't know what to think of it. My product and me as a candidate, or well, my candidacy is a product that I kind of manufacture, right? They just don't know what to think of it, so they just dismiss it. They don't quite understand. Don't quite understand. Like when I make a movie, when I write an academic article in the past, and the same kind of thing I'm doing now, writing academic article, yeah, it will not be published because it doesn't fit into the fixed categories. So they don't know where to put it. How to categorize my article? It is science, but at the same time, it's like screenplay, you know. Huh? So there's just no place for my paper or my movie to be because it's not categorizable. My movie, yeah, I talked about religion and I talk about science, kind of mixture of science and religion. This paper is very much mixture of science and religion as well. Later on, like tomorrow, I'm gonna write about politics and courtroom setting, like trial, and it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm looking forward to tomorrow writing this. Okay. So will I be busy tomorrow? I don't think so. Today was rather busy, but because we had deadline. All right, and we met the deadline. Okay, the team effort. Okay, teamwork. We worked together and we got it done in time. Okay, so tomorrow there's no deadline as far as I know. Okay, so it won't be too busy tomorrow. Okay, so at work. So after work, yeah, I have plenty of energy uh, to write this letters part. We bring up good old hood moose, neighborhood moose. Okay, with sailor's mouth. Alright? Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Okay. The former Jesus impostor, residential moose. Okay. Eavesdropper, snooper. Okay. It'll be hilarious. Alright, let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I didn't write any letters part, just like jokes and stories, right? Funny stories, conversation between me and Alaska Moose, right? Fiction, novel. But work and play, right? So today I did the first science part, right? Tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, you to earn your reward, right? Work and play, work and reward. Minor pluses and right in humanology. Okay, let's take 5 minutes. Okay. Wow. Oof. Wow. Good Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Oh, yeah. So I found another website where I can upload this article, but they're not peer reviewed. I knew about this website before, but I actually went to their website during my before I start riding. Okay, during I was recovering from daily fatigue, the fatigue of busy day. Okay, they're not peer reviewed, but they do reject. Okay, I'm not able to tell you what website that is, but if you are in science, probably you know. Okay, especially if you're in mathematics and physics. Okay, is so you submit an article. It's not peer reviewed, but they do review, and sometimes they reject. And I'm pretty sure they'll reject my article, but I'm gonna submit to them anyway. Okay, it's not a journal. It's more like a online database, and it's a very famous one. Okay, Ghost Perelman, the guy who proved what the Poincare's conjecture or not, who got like nominated for Fields Medal or whatever, right? Of course, he rejected that award. He got another prestigious award, but also he rejected. He put his article in that website, and that was that. And he got very famous. Okay, so yeah, but he's serious mathematician. Gospodin Mister, okay, in Russia, right? Yeah. So yeah, you if you're in physics and mathematics, you probably know the website I'm talking about, right? It's a famous one. And I learned that journal. It's not a journal. It's a like online database of papers. Okay, but journals they are seriously peer reviewed by PhDs, by like professors and researchers and okay. So I learned that typically journals they allow authors to upload to this website before even submission to the journals. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do that. It's double submission, but this database is not a journal. Okay, so it's not typically a double submission. Okay, so they allow that. That's what I learned. Okay, so okay, I'll do that. My guess it will be rejected by both physics journal and this online database. Okay, why? My article is way out there. It just doesn't fit into any category. So yeah, they probably reject it. I'm okay with that. I just want to write this, okay, and put it somewhere. Yeah, there's some other websites where you can just upload. Okay, so oh yeah. So tomorrow I'll talk about that. I'll write about that. So Alaska Moose will tell me in this fiction, in this article, okay? Yeah, it's kind of repose or break time writing to entertain the crowd, the readers, okay? So, yeah, the Alaska Moose will say, hey, what a spectacular failure you will be. Okay, spectacular failure, that kind of rhymes well, okay? I like that. You make me laugh. I would love that. Alaska Moose. I would love to make you laugh because when you laugh, I'll take a picture and I'll put it on social media. Okay, that way I become very famous and perhaps I become president of the United States because the single picture is Alaska Moose laughing. Put it on social media, I become very famous and maybe they will help me become the president of the United States one day. And Moose will say something like, "It's creative writing, improvisation." Okay, yeah. Moose will say, "What? What are you talking about?" Oh, Mr. Alaska Moose, I forgot to tell you. I'm writing this article in order to become president of the United States one day. Because, I did run for local election in Alaska. I lost. So my next plan is that keep writing academic articles and I become famous that way. So that I have a better chance of winning election in the election cycle in 2 years. And Moose says, "Oh, what a contrast! Mr. Einstein, he wrote article for the pure love of science. And after that, the new state of Israel offered him to be the first president of the brand new Israel, and he rejected it because he wanted to continue to do science. Now look at you. You are writing this BS article, trying to disprove Mr. Einstein's relativity. Such a BS article you are writing, okay? And you are writing only because you want to be the president of the United States one day. What does that say about you? Um, Being politically strategic? No, you are a sellout. Oh, okay. If you say so. You are not a scientist. You are just a politician wannabe. That's why you are writing this pseudoscientific article. Pseudoscience at best, at most. Hey, that's fine. Hey, I respect your opinion, your freedom, your right, your freedom of thought, your freedom of opinion. Uh, yeah, I respect your opinion. That's not my opinion. It's the truth. Okay, well, hey, this paper is about relativity, okay? Truth can be a very tricky thing, okay? So, yeah, I'm kind of quoting from 24 TV series, okay? So, truth can be a very tricky thing, okay? Yeah, I mean, you have your own opinion, right? But that's your opinion, right? I have my own opinion too. So, whether you are right, well, you are right in your own eyes. I am right. I'm in my own eyes. In your eyes, I'm wrong, and in my eyes, you are wrong, right? So we disagree. But is there such a thing as an absolute truth? Of course there is. Go ahead, finish writing and submit to 100 different journals. I'm telling you, every single one of those 100 journals will reject your article. So it's about objectivity. You'll be rejected. But hey, how about Galileo? He was rejected in his time. But nowadays, I mean, his classical mechanics is taught in every high school, middle school in the world. Well, Mr. Einstein's theory is being taught in every universities in the world. He was rejected at first in his time. I understand that. Okay, yeah, there's some similarity between Mr. Galileo and Mr. Einstein, but not exactly because when Mr. Galileo came up with his theory, he was excommunicated. He was brought to a trial, almost like death sentence, like heresy, blasphemy, sacrilege. Okay, but when Mr. Einstein wrote his paper, it got published. It was controversial, yes, but it got published, and he became overnight sensation. He got it up there pretty quick, and he wasn't really like persecuted like Mr. Galileo was. No, he was welcomed and he was embraced. Even experimental scientists manipulated their data to support his theory. Okay, that's how popular he was. He wasn't just popular in science. No, he was even more popular in the secular regions outside of science. He was a folk hero. He was an icon. Okay, the symbol of peace, the Prince of Peace. He was kind of like Jesus, right? During the World War II, like a saintly figure. So scientists who were skeptical about his theory back then, they were pushed by this majoritarian mainstream, this crowd, the people, secular people who do not know much about science. Okay, but Mr. Einstein got hugely popular support. He was like rock star, like the Beatles, Jesus. Okay, humongous crowd and international this media journalism, and so scientists were pushed by the crowd, the non-scientists. They felt the pressure, political pressure, to manipulate their data to prove that Einstein was right. I think that's what happened. Well, you are living in the shell of your own world, just a small house of your world. You're living inside of your own world. You're just in denial. Nobody agrees with you, and you're all alone. Well, it's good that I'm alone because that's one of the reasons I came to Alaska. I wanted to be alone. Okay, so if you say I'm alone, well, lucky me. Okay, that's why I came to Alaska to be alone. Okay, I love people too, but I love my alone time as well. So yeah, I just take a break. I want to think things through and come up with some solutions and step back and just being quiet, quietude, and think about things logically. And yeah, Alaska's great. I love Alaska. You're Alaska Moose, right? Yeah, I like you too. You have sailor's mouth. You're kind of you're very sarcastic, right? But I still like you. You're funny. Okay, you have a very good sense of humor. Okay, so I like you. So yeah, feel free to come visit me anytime. Moo, moo, hood moose, Alaska moose. But I'm not gonna give you any carrots, okay? Because I know some people feed moose, right, with carrots over their window. I heard those stories, but I don't do that. Why? I got no money. If there are carrots, it's for me. I have to eat carrots, okay? It's not for moose. No. They can feed on these tree bricks in my yard, no problem, okay? But that's all they're gonna have. Scene, alright? Yeah, that's the acting scene, okay? End of the scene. We're having some fun, okay? So we're brainstorming for tomorrow's adventure too. Yeah, I'm gonna write this all down, okay? So yeah, thank you for being with me. You're great inspiration, and yeah, we're brainstorming together. It's so cool. We'll take 5 minutes. Yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna have some serious fun writing all this. And no worries, okay, after I'm done writing, by now I've written like 25, 26 pages. Today, like 5 pages, okay, so it's been about like 9 days since I started writing, okay. So on average, I'm writing like 4 pages a day. So yeah, that sounds about right. Because sometimes I don't even write. Some days, if I'm too busy, tired, So yeah, it's going pretty fast. Okay, so I think this paper might be about 40, 50 pages long. So I'm about halfway through, I think. Probably more than that. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Good time. Good time. Let's take 5 minutes. I'm having too much fun. Alright. Yeah, so wow. So some of the things I wrote, yeah, I can share with you now that writing of the day is over. Yeah, it's like what's some worthwhile to mention parts out of 5 pages I wrote today. Um, Other than things we talked about here in humanology series, like dimension analysis. Um, Let me think. Okay, speed of light. Okay, relative speed of light. Let's say two photons are zipping through with the speed of light in the vacuum. Okay, right next to each other. Okay, 10 meters apart, and there's nothing else in the universe. Okay, then this photon number one, photon number two. Let's say photon A and photon B. Okay, A and B, two photons, they look at each other. Hi. Hi. How are you? Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Yeah, two photons. Okay, so in yeah, they are just traveling with the speed of light in the empty universe, and there's nothing else in the universe. Okay, they can only see each other, right? And they're chatting. And they're not gonna think that they are moving with speed of light. They will think they are standing still. Okay, so this inertial symmetry axiom theory is very liberating experience because we are no longer confined in this Einsteinian framework where speed light photon should have this constant speed and nobody can exceed speed of light and photon cannot stand still. It always have to travel in the speed of light. We are breaking apart from all that. We are breaking the shackles, Einsteinian shackles. Okay, we are liberating ourselves from Einsteinian imprisonment of the speed of light. Right? So can photon go faster than speed of light? Yeah. If I'm traveling that way with 10 meters per second car, I shoot a laser beam. Yeah, that photon speed is c plus 10 meters per second. Can photons be slower than c? Yeah. Let's say I'm moving backward and I shoot this laser beam. Okay, I'm moving backward 10 meters per second. So what's the speed of this photon? C minus 10 meters per second. Yeah? Yeah, this is like relativity in dopamine, relativity in steroid. Okay, this is the true relativity theory, right? Yeah. Mr. Einstein relativity, yeah, fake relativity. Okay, it's just wannabe. It's more about absolutivity than relativity. Okay, so he's the shadow of what's to come. We are the real deal. Mr. Einstein, if he was John the Baptist, we are the Jesuses. Okay, so it's a shadow of what's to come. Okay, the real big thing. Okay, so we are the saviors of the physics, the true liberators. Okay, yeah, yeah, we are like abolitionists. Okay, yeah, because today's physics is enslaved by this shackled by Einsteinian framework. Okay, the strict limit speed of light. We are breaking the shackle. We are freeing the slaves. Who are the slaves? Physicists. Who else, right? Because they cannot think, they are not allowed to think outside of this Einsteinian framework because it's such a mainstream and majoritarian nowadays. If they do so, they may lose their job. They're afraid, right? We are not. Why? Well, for one, I'm not a professional physicist. I'm an amateur. Okay, so even if they declare me as a heresy, rebel rouser, corrupter of the youth, it's not going to affect me at all. Why? I'm not a professional physicist. I'm not a professor. I'm a lawyer. Okay, what I do for a living has nothing to do with physics. Okay, so I'm not going to lose my job. Okay, or lose my reputation as a lawyer, okay? Because even if I'm wrong in physics, that has nothing to do with lawyer job, okay? So in that sense, I'm very free of burdens in science positions and tenures and scientific reputation because I got nothing to lose. And they say in America, yeah, the man who got nothing to lose will risk everything, right? Because I don't have anything to risk. I don't have any scientific reputation. I'm a PhD dropout for crying out loud, okay? Crying out loud, yeah, whatever. English is my second language, okay? So you have to forgive me on that. Yeah, so I got nothing to lose. I don't have any reputation. So what if my reputation start as negative one, like somebody to laugh at, like negative reputation, like infamy or I don't think so. Why? I mean, if my article it is hilarious, it's very hugely entertaining. So maybe they will distribute it in a bootleg version, like maybe between friends of these editors of journals, right? They're not gonna publish it, but for the lefters' sake, maybe they email to other ones of their colleagues just to laugh at me. Oh, by all means, I'm entertainer, a performance background. I'll be very happy if they laugh at me because that means I'm doing my job correctly as an entertainer. Clown. Clown's job is to make people laugh at them. And I'm a clown. I'm a performer, actor, writer. If they laugh at me, laugh at my writing, oh, that means I did my job right. That will make me very happy. Yeah. Because I'm not just an amateur physicist. I'm also an entertainer, writer, actor, clown. Okay, so yeah, I would like that if they laugh at me. Okay, actually, I want them to laugh at me. Interesting life, right? Yeah. When I was in the U.S. Army, okay, it was not Fort Benning. It was Fort Gordon. Yeah, when we were in the waiting period in this, when we fought, so Fort Benning is basic or basic training, basic combat training, BCT, right? Then some of us went to Fort Gordon, Georgia, which is AIT, Advanced Individual Training. So when we first got to the Fort Gordon, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, we were in this temporary barracks so that we get assigned to our more permanent unit, right? So I met a fellow army soldier, and he said he wanted to be a psychic one day. Okay, very interesting guy. Okay, so okay, you want to be a psychic? Okay, so show me some of your psychic ability. And he said, your life is a very strange one. Okay, that's the first thing he said. Okay, I was like, wow. Okay, yeah, I think you're right. How did you know? I mean, because it's not that difficult to tell actually. Because hey, look at me. I'm weird walking. The way I walk is strange, and I have weird eating habit, weird bathroom habit. Everything I do is weird, very strange. Okay, yeah, people can tell off the bat that I'm kind of different kind of guy, right? Yeah, I tend to stand out wherever I go. Okay, people tend to notice me. Okay, I look at my hair, right? Or the way I dress, and I tend to dress colorfully. Okay, so yeah, and the way I talk, the way I do my face and hair and wear and walk, talk. Yeah, so it's not that difficult to tell that I'm kind of different kind of guy, but yeah, but I was impressed by his presumed psychic ability. Okay, but at the same time, yeah, it's more of a common sense that common perception rather that I'm kind of weird. Yeah, because I like being different. I like doing things differently. Okay, so this article I'm writing, I have never seen anyone writing things like this. Okay, scientific paper, you're writing in a screenplay style, making all these jokes and emoticons, right? Yeah. It is one of a kind of article. Yeah. We'll see what happens with this paper. I'll keep you posted, okay? My guess, what will happen with this paper? Nothing. Okay? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It will dismissed, disregarded. Yeah. Because that's what happened in the past. I did write many articles. Okay? I mean academic articles. Okay, so mostly it got dismissed. Right? I wrote to local newspapers, and they did publish my articles because I was running a campaign, local campaign. Okay, they did publish my articles, and I was kind of impressed and surprised, pleasantly surprised. Okay, because that's the biggest audience I ever had, writing to local newspapers. Yeah, so I was very grateful. Okay. Well, maybe second biggest, okay, because I made this movie, right? Therapy for Metaphobia, and I put it on the YouTube. So far, about like 500, 600, 700 views. Maybe that's the biggest audience I've ever had. Okay, maybe, maybe. Yeah. So they kindly and generously published my essays in local newspapers, right? How many people read them? That I don't know. My guess, maybe a couple of hundreds. With local newspaper, okay? Newspapers. Maybe a couple of hundreds, okay? But the therapy for metaphobia, they're uploaded in Google YouTube. It got about six, 700 views so far. And it's not just Alaska. This local newspaper is this community, this town in Alaska. It's not statewide, okay? But the movie I uploaded in Google YouTube, that's accessible internationally. Okay, so yeah, about six, 700. And some of the academic papers that they are uploaded somewhere in the internet. How many views so far? Maybe three or 400, I guess. Again, internationally. Okay. 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 It's not that much, but I'm very grateful to people who read my articles, watched my movies. Oh, I'm very grateful. Hmm. In the order of hundreds, okay, not thousands, all right, hundreds, okay. So, yeah, I keep writing, no problem. Yeah, they humble me, okay. Yeah. You humble me, okay. Thank you. We'll take 5 minutes, okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The time is like 10:30. All right. So yeah, night is getting old. So we'll just wrap it up pretty soon. Okay. So I gotta get back to work tomorrow. All right. So yeah. I'm happy person. Yeah, I'm single, but keep myself busy and doing something very constructive, like academic article writing and yeah. paying my bills, right? So in my spare time, doing something very positive, academic writing. So yeah, I'm very reasonably happy person. uh Yeah, so I got plenty of vodka, plenty of cigarettes. I pay my bills. It's so good. Life is good. But in my younger days, when I was young, in my stormy teenager days, in my early 20s, when I didn't quite what to do with my life, those were very difficult days. So if you are younger, you, if you are like teenagers, early 20s, yeah, I was had very difficult time when I was young. Why? I had too many questions. Okay, what is life about? Very philosophical questions. Okay, what do I do? What's the right thing to do? What's the truth? What's the righteousness? And I didn't quite get satisfactory answers. So I was continuously searching for answers. What is life about? Why am I here on earth? And then I would hang out with hippies, homeless people sometimes, right? To find some answers, right? Yeah, I was in school, out of school. I got jobs and I went to even Hollywood to become an actor. And I realized, no, it's not quite what I want to do for the rest of my life. And joined the U.S. Army. It was fun, but after 4 years, my body started to break down. I couldn't, yeah, because I joined the U.S. Army when I was 31. I got out when I was 35. Okay, my body just couldn't handle this daily PT, the physical training. Okay, yeah. Then I went to law school, right? Before that, I was a computer programmer, entertainer, actor. Yeah, I did all these different things, and so I've been lawyer only for 2 years. I passed the Alaska bar exam like 2 years ago, 2018. I'm still baby lawyer. I'm still green in this legal profession. All right. Then I ran for politics, right? Local politics election, and I lost. I was like, uh, not again. Well, I'm a loser, okay? I've been losing. But it's not just me, it's pretty much everybody, right? You apply for jobs, right? No application. 90%, I mean, if you're like me, yeah, 90% of the time you get rejected, right? And way back when I was online dating, yeah, it's like more like 99.99% of the time rejection, right? If you're like me, okay, so, yeah. Because I don't understand women, okay, so. Alright, so, yeah. Because I belong to this far extreme of masculinity. I don't got too much muscles, okay? I'm not that good at martial arts, but when it comes to mentality, attitude, yeah, I'm far extreme masculine spectrum, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I like being alone. I like doing things differently. I wanna go against majoritarian mainstream, okay? That's me. That's kind of far extreme masculinity in the spectrum, okay? Yeah, I like challenges. I, hey, look at me. I'm going against the high and mighty Mr. Albert Einstein, right? Not many men have guts to do so. Okay, there are some, okay, but not many. So this tomorrow's section, it will subdivided into subsections, and for subsection it will be like jury trial. Okay, defendant, Mr. Einstein, plaintiff, Mr. Galileo, and I play the plaintiff's lawyer. So in the court of science, court of natural law, we are suing Mr. Albert Einstein. And I will be Mr. Galileo, the plaintiff's attorney. Okay, so there will be complaint and there will be answers, right? And there will be motions, right? And there will be jury trial. There will be some discovery, pre-trial period, and there will be jury trial, the voir dire, this jury selection, okay, to call out all the biased jurors, okay, and potential jurors, okay, and there will be jury trial and there will be judgment. Who's the judge? Well, there are jurors and then judge. I don't know. Okay, maybe some politician, I guess. He's funny. It will be kangaroo court, of course. Okay. Next subsection will be election politics. Okay. Yeah, it's for my personal experiences. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. Yeah, I've been to trials. Okay. Yeah, I'm a politician wannabe, so I've been to election. Okay, so yeah, the two candidates. Okay, the incumbent, Mr. Albert Einstein, and his challenger, it will be me. Okay, it won't be Mr. Galileo. Okay, no, it will be me. Okay, I'll be his challenger. Okay? So Mr. Einstein, the incumbent, I'm his challenger. Where the establishment, Mr. Einstein, incumbent. Me, dark horse candidate, unknown, obscure, nameless, challenger, minority. Okay? So, so the second subsection. The third subsection will be activism, ideological activism, maybe religion. We talked enough about religion in this paper. Okay, so ideological activism. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So that's the agenda for tomorrow. Okay, it's been an hour, so let's call it a night. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Bye. God bless you.